Hello, Wanderers. Welcome back to our Crusader Kings 3 roleplay series following Lord Montfort Velaryon of Driftmark. And in that last episode, in which we finally had a male heir, Lord Corlys, obviously named after the sea snake himself, our famous ancestor, we are now on our way to King's Landing to attend the grand tournament held by King Renly. And as you will probably remember, it's been quite some time since the last tournament of this scale, one where the entire realm is invited. And in that last tournament, we ourselves, at just, I think it was 18, 19, 20 years of age, we were quite young, fought and proved ourselves in many of the various tourney games, including a very memorable duel against Jaime Lannister, one of the greatest swordsmen of the Seven Kingdoms at the time. Well, we bested him in a duel, and then we went on to win the joust as well. However, our victory was somewhat overshadowed by Robert Baratheon's untimely murder, and thus things got a little bit heated after that, as you will no doubt remember. So yeah, this is a chance to turn things around, probably 20 or so years later, and we are going to be participating once again and hopefully finding victory. But we will have some stiff competition. Almost all of the lords and ladies, all of the important ones of the realm, are here in attendance. Obviously, we ourselves are here. We've also got Loras Tyrell, the Lord Paramount of the Reach. There must have been some politicking in the Reach because Willis has been delegated to a lesser position than his younger brother here. Not sure exactly what happened there, but Loras is also our brother-in-law through our wife, Lady Marjorie, obviously. And so, yeah, that was an interesting turn of events, but I'm not... Poor Willis, not really sure what happened. I mean, cowardly, forgiving, compassionate. He might be, a friendly kind of person, somebody you could probably get along with. But, I mean, when it comes up against his wrathful, arrogant, brave brother, Lord Paramount Loras, I guess the Lords of the Reach made their well known in that regard. We've also got Lady Asilla of the Vale here, pregnant with her second child. Her eldest son, Lord Orwell, probably remains in the Vale. No, is traveling as well. So young Lord Orwell of the Vale is traveling here, probably his first time seeing King's Landing. We've also got a Tyrion Lannister, of course, somebody who we'd like to make friends with at some point. Unfortunately, we don't have an option for that, but we might attempt to do so certainly at some point here. Are his daughters traveling? They are, so the Lannisters will be in attendance. We've got Lord Paramount Edmure, of course. Sadly, his wife, Lady Walda Rivers, he ended up marrying a bastard after his, one who had been married a few times. Obviously, Edmure was married to Cersei Lannister at first, who birthed him his son and heir, Lord Darren, who does appear to be traveling to the tournament as well. A handsome, dashing young knight, 17 years of age, just, humble, gregarious, a little bit greedy, but I imagine that he's probably, considered quite the catch. However, he is already married to Lady Lyanna Went. Not particularly good fighter or anything like that. Seems to have a little bit of intrigue. He's just an all-around decent person. Probably will make a good Lord of the Riverlands. And then we've got many lesser lords. Lord Randall Tarley, of course. We've got Lord Jorah. We've got Gerald Darkstar here. Obviously, Lord Commander Aerys. Aerys Oakheart is the Lord Commander here. Lord Tytos, we've got Lord Selwyn of Tarth. Yeah, there's quite a few lords here, 181 lords and ladies in attendance. So yeah, quite a few. Let's take a look at who our biggest opponents are, because as you well know, we are one of the most skilled warriors in the realm. Well, let's see what our competition is like. sort by prowess here. So Lord Randall Tarley at 51 years of age is considered, holy crap, 70 prowess. What? This guy's in. All right. Clearly, Lord Randall, the castle still has it. That's a really high prowess. I've not seen that. Just look at all his bonuses there. Very impressive indeed. So he's going to be tough competition. Glendon Silveraxe, he's always appeared in these tournaments and events as somebody with very high prowess. 58 prowess. Not really sure how he gets that. I mean, Peaceberry's sword, I guess. How did he end up with all of these guys? Kingsguard's armor and swords. Did he slay these people? Let's take a look at can we see that? He did. Oh, I see. That's why he has them, because he killed them. Is this this might be canon actually. I'm not 100% sure, but either way, he certainly collected that. Somebody let me know if that is canon or not. Silveraxe. Very interesting. Then the third most highly skilled warrior in the kingdom, according to, the general common folk, would be Lord Jorah the Hawk. Very impressive, 53 years of age. Quite skilled. But yeah, I mean, obviously Jorah Mormont, yeah, no surprise there that he's up there. I wouldn't necessarily think of Jorah as, one of the greatest warriors in the Seven Kingdoms. Obviously, he's quite skilled. I'm not knocking Jorah Mormont or anything like that, but that's putting him up a pretty high rank here as the third greatest warrior in the Seven Kingdoms. Then again, you could probably say the same about Lord Montfort here, whose skill is not in doubt. However, I wouldn't say that we are, truly the greatest warrior by any means, the greatest commander. We're obviously skilled in both elements, but we've had a little bit of luck, and obviously our House Sword Seafoam has seen us through many a battle. So not definitely not knocking Lord Montfort here either, but our rank as fourth in the kingdom is certainly something impressive, I would say. Anybody else interesting here? Gerald Darkstar of House Dane here is pretty impressive, 43, considering he doesn't actually wield Dawn. If he was wielding Dawn, he would easily be at rank. He'd probably go ahead of us, I would assume. But unfortunately, he is not the Sword of the Morning. I imagine that's something that probably would irk him to no end, considering he is, in fact, a very skilled fighter, Blade Master as well. So, yeah, I'm sure he would like to wield the ancestral sword of House Dane, but it seems like the family has withheld it from him and has not named him the Sword of the Morning, probably because he's a terrible person. Sadistic, stubborn, wrathful. Yeah, definitely not or worthy of the name in some respects. But anyways, those are some notable contenders. Wanted to just catch you up on things as we were about to attend to the tournament here. So we'll get time rolling. Here we are going to head to the tournament. And yeah, we'll see if we can find success here. We've arrived in King's Landing. There's no time to lose. I must begin preparing. I must be a victor at absolutely any cost. And indeed, we are going to try to find victory once again. We are 40 years of age, still more than capable of winning perhaps a tournament or two in this. Let's see. We're close to qualifying. Let's head to the tourney grounds. And let's see. We will watch and learn from these folks here as we prepare for the horse races. Obviously, not much for us to do here, but we will sponsor a horse in the races. We'll take part in. I don't think we're going to take part in the archery. I don't think that's something that we are particularly skilled at. We didn't really have much luck in the archery tournament all those years ago either. We will fight in the melee, the duel, and the joust, just to prove our martial capabilities. But we can leave archery to others. Let's speed up time here. In the meantime, while the tournament's going on, we are going to continue to get claims on the stepstones. We need to work our way through these pirate islands. Now, obviously, that's quite difficult work, and eventually we are going to need to deal with Salador San here. But that's going to have to wait a little bit. We might continue that after the tournament, but it's certainly something we have on our mind. But working your way through the stepstones is obviously not an easy prospect. These pirates are holed up on these islands, and just it's it's difficult to hold even one island. Imagine trying to hold all of the stepstones, not to mention probably influence from Tyrosh, and Lys is going to be involved in that as well. Lord Lucerys is contract obliges him to more. We are forgiving, so we'll let it slide. Oh, what was that? No matter. Sure, it was nothing important, I wouldn't say. Some people have been mentioning we should start that legend, but I am saving money to rebuild Spicetown, which was destroyed by the Triarchy, Lys, Mir, and Tyrosh, I believe, are the, yeah. And they destroyed High Tide and Spicetown during the Dance of Dragons, so, which I'm sure some of you guys will be familiar with. To the handsome Montfort, I have proud flew through all these documents. We can get this claim, which is good. We'll start you on another claim. We're going to just continue working. We won't need another one in this duchy because we'll probably form the duchy there. We're going to start to go probably to, let's get in Dwarfstone here, and then we'll start to make our way to get those islands as well. Doing what we can to secure trade as the master of coin, if not the master of ships in this case. A small crowd is gathered around the pleasantly orating Adam. Oh, let's see what happens here. What a waste of time, we say. I have learned something from this diplomacy lifestyle. I wouldn't mind some diplomacy lifestyle, actually. The finest horses in the Iron Throne, adorned in all the colors, blah, blah, blah. You guys have all seen it before. This will be quite the race. Who are we going to have to ride our horse? Jerome, Laren, or Lymond? Let's see. I mean, patient? Is patience a good trait in the Callus? Not really sure. Let's see. You know, let's get the young guy here. Let's get Laren to ride. Perhaps you. Yeah, Laren seems like a fine choice. We're not going to be cheating or anything like that, of course. At full gallop, Lord Selwyn's rider pulls Faithful into my horse and its rider Laren. Perhaps it was Chestnut who veered into them. A ploy, I've been cheating. Selwyn alone shares this moment's woe. You know what? Selwyn is the master of ships for King Renly, which is pretty fitting. Tarth is obviously an important island holding on the sea there, so it makes sense that he would be master of ships. We could become more friends with him. I'm actually going to choose that option. Probably would be good to become friends with the master of ships, considering our position. Brendan's rider is tearing his way along the track. Brendan, how could you let this happen? Ouch, we say. Going through this a little quickly, obviously we'll pay a little bit more attention to the important ones, but I do want to try to win some prizes and win some money if we can. One more push. Let's see if we can somehow find victory here. Probably not. Doesn't seem like it, unfortunately. No victory for us in the horse race. Well, there's always next time, we say. Let's head over to the artisan quarters. Do me a favor, burn this, would you? An Arryn crest. Well, we're not gonna do anything to Lady Arryn's good work here. I don't see why we would. Let's see. Oh, good. I guess we feel, oh no, I don't want to spend this money, but We'll make it back. But we are arrogant, so obviously we want something just as grand for House Velaryon there. I am tempted to switch over to befriend here just for a little bit to try to befriend Tyrion. We'll switch back over to Triumph a little bit later, but see? But we get a nice little event here. I sit in the tavern with a small group of courtiers. I saw that gallant knights holding someone's sign, one of them whispers, and I quickly get lost in my own thoughts. As I take a sip of wine, I reminisce about the time when my first child, Daenerys, a beautiful girl, was born to my wife, Mylenda. Do you want to hear a real story? I asked, turning to my companions. It's the perfect moment. Hey, look at this. We do become friends with Lord Tyrion. Good call on what we just did there. So that's not so bad. We impressed Lord Tyrion by telling him a good story. And we switch back over to Triumph. So, that went pretty well. Let's see. I'm not really too concerned about all of these minor events. Do we have a bet to place? No, I think we'll just watch this one. Evitho has entered Renly's contest. Hey, interesting. Evitho is here. Well, let's see. Maybe Evitho will, and he qualified, so perhaps he will find victory. Who knows? Who is our victor? It appears to be Lord Ormond of House Osgray. Interesting. Osgray is obviously a very noble and prestigious house of the Reach. We're gonna step back out because we did gain another perk here. Professional workforce, we'll go with that. Now, one thing that I do want to do before I forget, because I keep forgetting, is that I want to go to culture, and that's I wish it would give you some notices for this. Now, some people have been suggesting that we might diverge culture, and that's an interesting idea, but I don't really see it. I think Velaryon prides themselves on being one of the last true Valyrian houses, or essentially the last one, considering the Targaryens are all gone. So I don't see us breaking away from the idea of being High Valyrian, but because we are now the head of the High Valyrian faith, we can certainly do some potential adding some traditions to our culture here, which I keep forgetting to do. Like I said, I wish there was a pop-up. Now, I have gone and looked through these, and there are obviously some that would be pretty interesting options, and there are lots that aren't available. I know everybody's probably got their own ideas of what they think would be good for this. I've looked through, and some of the things that I'm focusing on are essentially what makes us Velaryons and what makes us, Montfort here, who's the head of the culture at the moment, the true High Valyrian Lord. What kind of things would matter to him? And obviously, the ships that we've been sending here, obviously, House Velaryon is a sea-based house, you could say, I suppose. And then our martial prowess. So I'm looking at things that are related to that. So the ones that I want to look at specifically here is a martial admiration. Now we'll probably go for this first. We'll take a sea-based one later on, I believe, if we can. But I think martial admiration is something that has been a key point of Lord Montfort's, 25-year reign. And so I think that's what we're going to go with here. So we're going to establish this tradition here. We can potentially get 2 more. So let me know what your suggestions for those other ones are. Obviously, I'll give you a quick look here. You can pause the video, or maybe I can't, unfortunately. I was going to show you which ones we had available. We don't have all of them available. But put your suggestions in for what we should do with all those. I believe we're going to head over to the temple here. Perhaps pray for victory. Bring me glory, warrior. We're guaranteed to qualify for the melee. Yeah, no worries about that. We are the 4th greatest warrior in the realm. Somebody's plotting to kill my knight. Oh dear. Well, I mean, I'm sure our spy master can do something about that. Let's just gain the prestige here. Well, actually, Dread is not so bad. We could use a little extra dread, why not? The crowd is intimidated. Well, we are a bit of an arrogant man. Clear divide has been drawn between the two teams. My team is sure to defeat Lord John. Oh, we're going up against Great John Umber. Interesting. So the north versus the south. Glory will be ours. I wonder if Evitho is fighting on our team. Oh, what's happened here? Some beautiful young girl has fallen. Oh, what? No, okay, what happens? Let me read this event. But obviously there's some sort of romance option happening here. A glimpse through the struggling bodies, the rent helms, and the swirling dust. Is that a spirit? She has an ethereal beauty to her. No, it is no spirit. Etched upon her winsome face is a look of pure terror as she looks her way out. No sooner have I opened my mouth than she trips and falls, her ankle twisting from stepping awkwardly on an Aaron spear, her mournful eyes welling with tears as she cowers away from the whirling blades. Oh, all right. Well, let's see here. Allison gains... I mean, I do tend to play characters who, you know, stay true to their wives. But, you know, although we obviously like Lady Marjorie, we did attempt to woo her. And she did rebuff our efforts. So, you know what? Perhaps we'll see what comes of this. And we are, not to mention, a chivalrous knight, of course. Here we are. We are gallant. So yeah, we should probably save this girl from the melee here. So she'll join our cart. We will probably attempt to seduce her, I imagine. Amidst the blood and thunder of the melee, I can make out a figure approaching me on horseback. The symbols draped from the horse's neck reveal their identity. Who is it? Dalton. Ooh, Dalton Breakiron, a very skilled warrior. All right, let's see. Finally, the two greatest knights known to the world meet. Oh, wow, this is actually awesome. Two soldiers of honor who have competed together in the blood-soaked glory of the field face to face at last. How often I have rehearsed this moment of destiny in my dreams, the panoply to encapsulate the unspoken nobility of our combo. Okay, but all right, come, noble foe, let us try ourselves in combat. Ooh. Discretion may be the better part of valor. No, I think we're gonna fight them. It's an even fight, though. Ah, man. All right, Dalton Breakiron here, and he's not that much older than us either. Let's take a closer look at him. Yeah, skilled Ironborn warrior. He knows. He's heard tales of us, and you know what? Sailor versus sailor. Let us see if we can come out on top in the battle. We prevail in the battle. Oh, I was really hoping that we would succeed there. So we managed to defeat Dalton the Good of House Breakiron there. One of the most skilled warriors in the kingdom. Proving ourselves pretty good here. I will win a soldier's victory with victory to me, perhaps, if I draw. Maybe we should just write it out. No, we're going to win a soldier's victory. Come on, let's find some success. One more push. 50-50 chance. I don't think our team won. No, unfortunately not. Still, we beat Dalton the Good, so I'm happy with that. Oof, a little bit beaten up there. Trumpet sound, the crowd clamors. Lord John's team beat Lord Montford's team. Great John Umberd managed to defeat us there. What a chaotic sport. I mean, we aren't the greatest commander in the realm. That certainly can be said. Neither is he. He's just a freaking huge-ass warrior. Well. We haven't really had much luck in the melees thus far. Guaranteed to qualify for the duels, so we're gonna... Partisan Quarters is totally bugged out. You click on it and it just doesn't work sometimes. No matter. Do we try and click on it again? What happens if we click? There, yeah, it's just broken. Oh well. Now we gain a claim on Dwarfstone as well. Excellent. Let's see how this duel goes. Contestants march onto the field. My first is Sir Richard Lonmouth. Okay, well, you know, not a super important house or anything of that means, but has had some notable members before. Lord Evertho is in there as well. Good job, Evertho. I'm ready. Hopefully, oh, Lord Glendon was tampering with... Ooh, is this how Lord Glendon Silveraxe has been winning all these tournaments? He has been disqualified, much to his victim's delight. The shameless Lord Glendon. Maybe he's just too old to do it himself. Oh, we could become ambidextrous. Ha, you think I only train with one hand, we say? Hell yeah. I must remember my training. Come on. Oh yeah, looks like we got a victory here. Against the House of Lawnmouth. Very good. Victory is ours. We knock Lord Richard out. Well done, well done. Who else do we have here in these quarterfinals? Anybody interesting? Lord Barrick of Blackhaven. So Dondarrion is in here. Oh, he's a skilled warrior. Evitho is in here. Let's see. Yeah, okay. So we're going up against Donald Swan. All right, we can do this. Progress towards... Oh, okay. I don't think it's reset here. Barrick and Lorm Orman have fought. All right. My son Corlys is an unusually calm child. Interesting. Pensive. Well, he'll be good for... Well, we might send him down the money path in that case, honestly. We'll still train him to be a warrior. We'll train him to be good with the blade. But, you know, we'll teach him books and stuff too, perhaps. But let us know what you think about that matter as well. Now that we know we have something of a pensive child here. I don't know if this just... Is this bugged out here? No, find contests. All right. Oh, yeah. Okay, I guess it did. It didn't even give us a chance to win. Sometimes I find it bugs out if somebody cheats during the tournament. Oh, well. No matter. I think we would have... I mean, we did prove ourselves in one fight in any case. I guess we'll go to the temple and pray for victory here. See if we can find one of our ancestors. There's no one you know here. There's probably people we know of in the Grand Sept in King's Landing. Like, come on, half our ancestors are buried there. So, in any case, who do we got coming up in the Brendan Black? Oh, okay, no, it's changing up here. Let's see. We're gonna go to the tavern, I suppose. Mind if I join you for a cup of tea? Disgusting, we say. Yeah, we're disgusting. We're not gonna drink with a bunch of common fools. Alright, well, if we can win the joust, I'll be happy. Who will be going up against us in the joust? We've got Tytos of House Blackwood. Interesting. Tytos here is a fan favorite as well. Let's see. Lord Clifford of House Conklin. Brendan Blackfish at 66 years of age. Damn, he still got it, the Blackfish does. How's Richard here? That's an interesting house. Is this a canon house? Not really sure. What have we got here? Crown Crest, House Egan. Okay, Blackwood. You guys might remember, those of you who know your Game of Thrones lore quite well will know a at least minor character from House Egan who appears in the first Song of Ice and Fire book, and that is the one who is slayed by Bronn in the duel in which he defends Tyrion in the Eyrie. It was a knight of House Egan who Bronn slew, I believe. Pretty sure I'm right about that. We'll face Lord Montford. All right, let's see. What is your name, my man? Luther, my lord. Who is this man? Some craven? We don't care for him. Serve your liege well, I suppose, Luther. Maybe if I hit him in the head? Sure, let's try it. Easy enough victory here, it appears. Now we've knocked out Lord Montford of Welland. Welland? Just some nobody. He was never going to make it far. All right, let's see. I can do this. We're going to go up against Lord Clifford Conklin. Conklin sounds familiar, but I don't know much about their house. I don't have any interesting tidbits about them, although if you do, feel free to put them in the comments. I won't take easy wins, of course we will not. Maybe if I hit him in the head. Oh, there we go. Looks like we got ourselves another victory here. Well, victory is ours. Fine contest. And who will we going up against in the final? Lord Willem Rivers. Oh, this is funny that this character would end up coming up against us in the finals. This is obviously the husband of Mia Stone, not actually a princess, but the bastard daughter of Robert Baratheon, who and her husband is given some land in the Stormlands. So very interesting. He's all that stands between us and victory, I suppose, that we will attempt to defeat him here. Oh, I am listening. A short yelp. I hurry over to join a ring of people who has clearly fallen from his horse. His arm hangs at a rather grisly angle. A small mercy then that he also appears to be quite dazed. Let's find you some help. You should have held on tighter. Let's find him some help. We are relatively honorable. AVM for the head. Are we gonna find? Oh yes. Oh, I was worried. I was a little bit worried, but we do find success here in the joust. So Lord Montfort once again proving himself the victor of the tourney of King's Landing. Well done, Lord Montfort. That was impressive. So 2 great tourneys in a row. There's the trumpets sound, the crowd clamors, competitors begin to assemble, the contest is over, and someone's moment in the sun is being ready. A herald steps forward, voice booming out across the scene. After many trials, some tribulations, and above all else, some truly spirited competition, Lord Montfort beat Lord Willem in the final. Lord Montfort is our winner. The victory affords me the privilege of naming a queen in love and beauty. Almost every noble lady sits in demure anticipation, but the crowd baying for this one or that to be named betrays the truth of what is at stake. I should make the sensible choice, but what if I mean to set the world on fire? Oh, I have another in mind. You know, there's part of me that's tempted to name that girl who we saved in the melee. And you know what? That would be an interesting option. Let's see if we can find her here. We got so many people. Alisan. Ugh, that would be an interesting option. I don't even know if we actually could, even if we accepted this. I think we might have considered it, but like Lord Montfort, his Lady Marjorie's there. If we were like fickle or arbitrary or something like that, maybe we would. But I think that maybe we have that that the thought of such a thing, but I think it would pass us by. I think we would obviously name our wife. If she is in attendance, we would, of course, name her the Queen of Love and Beauty. Sun comes down on the final day of tournament. We have won a prize. Interesting. Curious. Let's take a look at what our prize is in just a moment here. Let's see. Lord Montfort, we got Champion Jouster. We gain a little bit of money. And I believe we got the prize Wine Tun. Men-at-Arms maintenance -5. Captain effectiveness. It's not an amazing thing, honestly. Might have preferred like a ring or a brooch or something. But, well, we'll take it. I'm not going to turn down the king's gifts then, I suppose. We shall return home. But I do think that although we weren't crazy enough to name this girl the Queen of Love and Beauty, we might attempt to seduce her, since our wife, you know, isn't that interested in our love. Anyways, there we go. We've returned home. I believe we can start this seduction scheme here. And yeah, let's see. More seduce. Yeah, let's seduce her. And now we will prepare for our campaign in the Stepstones, because I think while we were in King's Landing, we would have spoken to King Renly. We would have spoken to the rest of the small council here, which, as you can see, we've got Lady Isilla as the hand of the king. That's an interesting choice here. With Peter Baelish as her regent. I don't know how you pulled that off, Baelish, but that's impressive. His wife was Lysa Tully. What? So wait, so Peter Baelish's kids are the half siblings of Queen is Peter Baelish. So he might not have done what he did in the real Game of Thrones, but clearly he's pulling off some moves in this timeline. But yeah, we'll speak to the council. Obviously, Tyrion's going to be on our side, and I'm pretty sure we'll have won over most of the council as well. Oh, it looks like it's changed up a bit. Master at Arms, Lord Eddard. Lord Paramount Loras is the Master of Ships. But anyways, we would have asked them to allow our campaign against the Stepstones to continue, and we will certainly be doing so. Lord Dalton, I thought he was from the Iron Islands. This guy's a freaking pirate. Huh. That's interesting. That adds a whole nother dynamic to the duel we had together in that melee. He was testing us. Maybe we didn't even know who it was. Maybe he was fighting as a hedge knight or something. That is such a cool story moment. This guy knows that we were coming after him. So this pirate sailed in disguise to King's Landing to take place in the tournament, sought us out in battle to try to see if he could beat us. And you know what? I bet you if he would have won, he probably would have accidentally killed us in that fight. So that adds huge stakes to it because he probably intended to kill us if he could have. Very cool. That was a fun episode, actually. I quite enjoyed that. So I look forward to reading your comments about this one. But in the next one, Wanderers, we will be dealing with Lord Dalton here. And so until then, I will see you in the next one.